You see battling demons?
Yeah, he was battling internal demons. You know, he was.
Yeah.
And I can't say I can relate to his story fully, but I can relate to what is going on. It is the Out of the Berg podcast. We are back, and we have a special friend. His name is Geronimo. What is good with you?
Hey, buddy, I'm just doing me. I just do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, You got to run with it. I'm okay, just
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah, Gerard. Because you back, I just had to do a funny, a Gerard. So,
Funny accent.
but yeah, and our boy Chris. How are you, my brother?
I'm cool. I'm not gonna give y'all no accent because y'all not paying me, so y'all don't get one.
Yeah.
Dance for me.
Exactly. I dance for no one for free.
Yeah, but before we get into what we get into, how y'all been? How's life?
It's cool, man. Same old, same old. Well, not same old, same old. I just had my had a practice exam yesterday. That went pretty well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Practice for
practice like it was a for calculus 3.
Calculus 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
It wasn't bad. I got a C on it, so it's cool.
That's good.
Sounds difficult. Yeah. What about you, Geronimo?
Been watching regular show. That joint, I forgot how funny that. I'm like halfway through it, but that show, I forgot how funny it was, man. It's too good. Been watching on HBO Max. Like A1 Cartoon Network got it right with that one. I've been going back and reading Dragon Ball manga. This is actually the first one I got back in 4th grade, I think I said.
Yeah.
Culture and a red learned man. There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, like I forgot because I spent, I think from 4th grade all the way to about maybe 10th grade collecting all the manga books. I think they're like 26 volumes. So just collecting them all and reading them. I didn't get them all in order. So I'd read one book, and then I'd read like the beginning of the Sand Saga, then I'd read like the like the Cell Saga, and then the Frieza Saga, and it's like, oh, what? Yeah, but then I remember one year my mom I think she got me the whole Frieza Saga, or like the majority of the Frieza Saga one Christmas. I was like, bless you, mom. Yeah, but yeah, and then I guess all I can say now is that they're good. There are going to be some changes in the wind. That's all I can say.
All right, Gerard. That's dope. For me, work was kind of kicking me in my butt. There's a lot of deadlines and a lot of stuff I had to do last week. With my job, to the point where like I didn't watch TV for like 3 days. Yeah, or I do anything. I was like so focused on finishing my task. So I was busy. I had a busy week. And I was also doing stuff at Algeberg Podcast, as you know. We're gonna get into, the fun stuff. So we're gonna get to the fun stuff. We're gonna get into that a little later. But there are two things we have to, it's one thing I have to address, and then we're gonna, talk about something else. But I'll just address the IG live last week. Shout out to everybody that came on that live, because I honestly did not think it would become what it became. It was one of the most fun experiences, and shout out to Javon because it was his idea. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you, like, I didn't really take it that serious because that topic is a joke to me. It's always kind of been a joke. But yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that was on there. My mom and my aunt called me about this. I talked to Gerard. I think we had a conversation about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I'll be real with you. Like, I don't hate, I don't really have a hatred towards light-skinned men. You dig? It's not like I'm not trying to be malicious or like a real like personal where I'm trying to go at you. I'm just making jokes because of my experience that I've had in life. And because I want to be real this time, because I felt like in the IG live, I was kind of not like, I didn't take it too seriously. But because it became what it became, and like my mom and my aunt, I mean, even though they got my point of view, I feel like I have to be real and tell y'all like what I've experienced and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I'll just tell you this: as a teenager, I told y'all before, like, and maybe Gerard, you can relate. I got made fun of because of my dark skin. Everybody got at me. Everybody made fun of me. And as a teenager, I was trying to fit in with a certain crowd, or basically, I wanted people to like me. So I kind of changed. I wanted to change my image, dress a little different because people made fun of me because of the way I dressed and the shoes I wore, and people. So I wanted to change the image because I felt like, well, the dark skinned people that aren't getting made fun of, they're aggressive and they fight, and people leave them alone. So I felt like I had to do that. So as a kid, I got into a situation, and this is where like I'm gonna get really real. I got into a fight with a kid, a white boy, right? Typical middle school fight. I'm not gonna get into the details of that. It was a typical middle school fight. It was broken up. They broke the fight up. They took the kid. They took the white kid, put him in the nursing office, took care of him because he had bruises. Took me in the other room, and they told me to write a statement of what happened. As I'm trying to write the statement, my pinky, I couldn't feel my pinky. I couldn't move. I told her I couldn't write the statement. She told me, you should have thought of that before you fought. Meanwhile, white boy's getting taken care of for his bruises or whatever. I don't even know if I messed up his face. Come to find out later, I had a boxer's fracture. She didn't care. Strike one. Two, she called the police on me for a middle school fight. I begged this woman not to call the police on me. I cried. I told this woman not to call the police on me. I begged, and she called the police on me. When the police came, they said she should write a statement and whatever they're going to charge me with. So they charged me with second-degree assault. Yep, they charged me second-degree assault. And like, probably the most realist, she told them to take me away. Like, put me in cuffs and put me in the, what's it called? And the officer was like, we can't do that unless, like, his mother has to pick him up. So, like, we don't want a little kid in the cell unless the mother doesn't come to pick him up. So my mom came and picked me up. If my mother didn't come and pick me up, I would have been in handcuffs in the jail cell at age 13.
For a fight.
So look at my point of view. And this is not even a light skin thing. This is just, I'm 13, 14. I get into a fight with a white kid. He gets treated by a nurse for whatever bruise. I have a boxer's fracture. They didn't care to look at my injury. The punishments. I get suspended from school for 2 weeks. I get charged for second-degree assault. And because of that, I had to go to a PO, and I had to do 2 weeks of community service at the school. And he had 1 day of in-school suspension. So look at my point of view. As a kid in middle school, if I do this stuff, we both get in a fight, and I get this type of punishment and this type of hate, and I see light-skinned dudes get all this love. There were light-skinned dudes and white kids fighting too. Did they call the police on them? But me, the dark-skinned brother, I get a charge. I almost get sent to jail, and I did community service. White boy got away, didn't get anything. So the way society has taught me and has taught me is if you're light skinned and you're white, you get treated better. You're a light skinned male, you get all the girls. You don't get the same treatment as a dark skinned person. So when I see guys like Charlamagne the God and Michael Blackson make jokes, think I'm not gonna ride that wave? They make dark skin jokes all the time. You think I'm not gonna ride that wave? I'm gonna ride that wave. I just, my thing with my whole thing with the light skin thing is I hate how society has pushed that the light skinned man is perfect and pretty and the dark skinned man is ugly, aggressive, and bad. I hate how they made white people get away with things and the dark brothers gotta struggle. So a lot of this honestly just comes from the way I was raised and the stuff I had to go through. Like a lot of girls that I've liked, I'm even getting more personal. A lot of girls that I've liked picked light-skinned dudes over me. I told the story on the live. That was just one. It's not the first time. I didn't want to get too personal. So I say all of that to say that's been my struggle. And I hear what you guys are saying about the jokes. Ooh, fuck. I hear what you guys are saying about the jokes and everything. My mom told me, like, I know, like, you feel like you're going back at the people, but look at where those people are at and look at where you're at. And my aunt was telling me, like we know where the jokes are coming from, Peter, but you don't know how that's affecting that person. So from that standpoint, I will relax on the random shots because I know the random shots. I know. I've listened to them. They're funny, but I know they can be excessive. So on that point, I will chill. On that. But I say all of this just so you get my point of view. I'm not trying to maliciously hurt a light-skinned man. I am not trying to hurt their chances with women or whatever. I'm just getting off jokes because I feel like nobody is perfect. Society can't push the light skin and the whites are. Everybody gotta have a chinks in their armor, man. We can joke on anybody. That's just my thinking. So that's what I gotta say about it. If y'all wanna, any thoughts?
Yeah, no, I mean, like what you suffered was like probably the most classic and easily identified case of like colorism. And for multiple reasons, I believe that was it the principal or whoever the lady was, called the cops on you should never have even been an educator in the first place because she clearly doesn't understand how to talk to children of who aren't like white, clearly. Yeah, and there's other things I'll probably share with you after this pod is over, but I don't want to get too deep in it because this was actually going to be a little bit more lighthearted of an episode after we're done, talk about all this stuff. But so remind me after the pod is over. But like she was definitely using you as like as a whipping boy, as a reminder to the other Black people, probably. Yeah. Like if like this could be you, like, and again for other reasons, I think she was also targeting you there too. But I'm gonna leave that alone for now as well.
Oh, we'll talk. But what about you, Gerard?
Yeah, I mean, I know for me, I felt like similar sentiment as you did, especially middle high school. But then I think in college, when I started to learn to stop, well, for me, it was more, I didn't like myself because I was dark skinned, because like you said, society valued white people or light skinned people or dark skinned. So for me, it wasn't until late high school to college where I just learned to not only love myself, but I also learned that there are people who appreciate and love me for who I am, the beautiful dark-skinned brother that I am. And that, white people and light-skinned people, like you said, do have chinks and that nobody is perfect, you know? So I think when I finally got to that point, a lot of the kind of not necessarily malice, but the bias against them dissipated.
Okay.
And I just kind of, I don't know, explain it. Yeah, I just felt a lot lighter. Like life didn't feel as heavy.
It's heavy,
you know, because of my skin color.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I also kind of learned to learn to be a lot more myself and not kind of put on this like dark skinned brothers stoic like portrayal. I just learned to just be goofy me. And yeah, it was just felt like a different world.
Yeah, and I will say this too, like colorism in that sense is still from a different rate from there's always been like light skin and dark skin, you know, like there's always been that stigma, especially between like us Black people too. But like for me, at least in my experience, like going to high school, I think I told y'all, I can't remember if it was on or off the pod, but like I have like dealt with many like racist incidences where I might be the lighter one, but I wasn't charged any different than like my friend who might be like 3 shades darker than me. So I never really looked at it that way. And like most of the time, like actually like the cool kids in my school, and I don't mean like when I say cool kids, I mean like the kids that were like doing well and they were like athletes and all this, that, and the other, like they were all darker skinned usually. So I actually had the opposite of what y'all had. I actually was like felt left out because I wasn't darker. I was always like I guess in between. I've never been really dark skinned. When I was like a baby, I was light skinned, but like, you know, I just always wished, and even like a lot of my family members are darker. So I always thought it was like the other way, or at least in my head for Black people, I thought it was the other way around. I thought it'd be better if you were darker. That's actually why I used to let my self bake in the sun a little bit. Hope I get a little darker.
Yeah, and like you were saying, Chris, there are people. Like I know 2 people who are light skinned. Like I think one guy is just lighter skin. Both parents are Black, but he's just lighter skin, and then one's mixed Black and white, and they have a hard time, especially the one who's Black and white. I know she had a hard time trying to, you know, she didn't feel like she belonged to either, because the white people just saw her as just another Black person. No matter how light her skin tone was, you was still part of that team.
Yeah.
And then the Black people kind of saw her as, you know, they just disliked her because of how society portrays light-skinned people and how they have it, like, and especially how they're portrayed in media too.
Yeah.
You know, especially how they, like, I think, never mind, that's another conversation. But some of those people feel lost. And so I think that's why, Peter, I was telling you, like, me personally, I know where the jokes are coming from.
Yeah.
But then someone who may come from that world where they feel stuck between both worlds, they may take they might take it to offense.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and to that, I'll say, when I was a kid, I was that person that felt down about my skin color. So if those jokes make somebody else feel down, that's why I gotta look at myself like, yo, bro, you gotta, with the random shots, bro, you gotta like just chill. Because at the end of the day, like you said, y'all know I'm not malicious or like personal, but I don't know how they'll take it.
Exactly.
I don't want to hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, like even in the live, there was like about 3 light-skinned people in there.
Yeah, who don't really know you like we know you.
You know what was so funny about that? When they appeared, especially there was one specific one that when they appeared, I was like, uh-oh. Because it was like, I don't want to sound crazy here. Let me jump in. Because Javon was trying to get me serious, but I was like, man, it's just jokes. And then somebody asked, how do light skins act? And I was like, okay, let me be serious here.
And then doggone Johnny messed around saying I'm light dark skin, something like that.
Yeah. Yo, Gerard, if you were in that live, it was a comedy show, bro.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He's some mocha loca chocolate or something.
Yep.
Was dead, bro.
Hey, yo, the funniest thing that somebody said was like, Peter's Dr. Umar. Instead of hating white people, he hates light-skinned men. But yeah, shout out to everybody that was in there, man. And it was fun, a fun conversation. I got love for everybody that's light-skinned. Y'all still my brothers. We joke, we play around. I'm gonna chill with the random shots. However, Bozo of the Week doesn't discriminate. And if you light-skinned men, stereotypical Drake, Chris Brown, who else? Shamar Moore, the light-skinned crew. If y'all exhibit stereotypical behavior and it makes the news, that one is that's free game. Y'all giving me material. That one, talking. But I won't take random shots like I did to Patrick Mahomes. I fuck with him, but I had to get him that one time. It was just Gerard, the way you set that one up. But yeah, that's that on the whole. That's it on the whole light skin issue. Like I said, I'm sending love. But we have to go on another somber note. Rest in peace to somebody that was, impactful to my life for many reasons. I grew up, his music was the soundtrack of my life, bro. Earl Simmons, DMX, rest in peace. He passed 2 weeks ago. And literally when we got the news that he had a heart attack, we were like 10 minutes before we were recorded that episode, right?
Yeah. And we forgot to say something on that too.
Yeah, we forgot to talk about it. And I don't know, this one was hard, but like just hearing the reports, you kind of knew. It was just like 30 minutes without oxygen to the brain. It's like it would have took a miracle. But it was, and like I'll let y'all get into this, but 2 years ago I saw DMX live. And the crazy thing about it, I saw him on April 7th, 2019. My birthday is April 8th. He passed on April 9th.
Damn.
So I literally saw him 2 years before he passed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I'll get into my other thoughts about DMX, but what do y'all, how do y'all take the news?
For me, I was just I'm not the biggest DMX fan, but like not because of him personally. I never really listened to his music. The only song I really knew was "Party Up."
Up in here.
Up in here.
Make me lose.
Yeah, and that's because what's the movie? Because like Mike.
1, 2.
Yeah.
What?
So I heard of that, and so that's like my intro to DMX. But it kind of threw me off. But I think after what happened to Kobe, I just kind of like the glasses doesn't shatter it doesn't feel like a glass shattering moment as much, because it feels like when you feel these constants in your life. Because I was actually 2 months ago, I was at my grandmother's funeral in Alabama, and she's been a constant in my life for years. Just like my grandmother who passed early last year, like right before Kobe, and then my grandfather who passed 2 years prior to that. They were constants in my life. So when they left, I learned how to let go. So when figures like DMX have been around since I was like a young kid, when they're gone, it sucks. It hurts, but it's kind of made me feel like this time is short and we don't know when we're going to go. So just live your life to the fullest and just do you, man. Just do you. Don't worry about what other people think, as long as you're not hurting anyone. But just do you, That's just my mantra for the last couple of years. Just do you and be yourself.
Yeah. How about you, Chris?
Well, I've been a DMX fan for better part of my life. I couldn't tell you how many years, but a long time.
Yeah.
And Gerard, you definitely heard Rough Riders anthem. If you ever watched the Fast and
Oh
Furious,
Rough
Riders anthem.
That's our Rough Riders.
Yeah.
But no, this definitely kind of hit me. I mean, I didn't cry or anything, but definitely just made me like sit down and reflect again, like I did with Kobe. I mean, granted, he wasn't in my life like Kobe was, but he was just kind of like a constant, like you were saying, Gerard.
Yeah.
And like, it was kind of like, cause again, like you just, as people, you get comfortable and you see like people like him who like comes from tragedy and he's trying to do well for himself. He's trying to bring up other people and uplift. And in our minds, our vain ideology of people, we don't think like bad things can happen to people who are trying hard.
Yeah.
Like they can't relapse.
Yeah.
And then we'll hear like things about people, as he's on his deathbed, people like talking about like how many houses he's lost when he was during his career, or how many kids he's had, or like it's none of your business. This man is literally dying right now. You're talking about somebody's father, somebody's uncle, somebody's mentor, and that just really makes me upset. And then of course, like by the time of this recording, everybody I'm sure has heard of all the police brutality and just black hate that's been happening this past couple of weeks. So just that and the combination with, losing DMX and then kind of looking back at like some of his past interviews and stuff, I've been feeling some type of way.
Yeah, Chris, you said something about the past. I'm about to say some stuff about those past interviews because he is so real and unapologetically him. It's just crazy. I mean, before I get into personal DMX things, like I saw an interview with the Breakfast Club, right? This is when Rick Ross and like they were asking him about how he feels about the modern rappers. This is like in 2012. So they asked him about Rick Ross. And he was like, yo, Rick Ross is all right, but all he talk about is eating and, his girlfriend. Like, how much can a nigga eat? Like, and then, bro, I know I just talked about this light skin thing, but when they asked him about Drake, oh my God, I don't like anything about Drake. I don't like the way he talk about. I don't like his face. I don't like his haircut. Nothing.
He almost seemed like exact opposites.
Mm-hmm.
Dog, no disrespect to Drake, but DMX is the type of dude that would rob Drake.
Probably, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Drake, but if a dude like Drake went to Yonkers, New York, a dude like DMX would try and rob him.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying
it might be DMX himself. He just like you was just too vulnerable.
I would just bark at him. He runs scream.
But to some personal DMX stories, like man, it hit me because my father put me onto his music. So that like Mike scene where Lil Bow Wow was rapping with
what?
I used to do that with my dad. Literally.
Yeah.
I used to really do that with my dad. So it made me reflect, like, man, he used to pump the Rough Riders anthem or Get At Me, Dog, and I'll be rapping, and my dad would let me curse. He didn't care. So I just reminisced about that. And just like, I liked him initially because of his voice and his, his intensity. But as I got older, his music resonated because he was somebody that was battling demons. And
you see battling demons?
Yeah, he was battling internal demons. He was, and I can't say I can relate to his story fully, but I can relate to feeling like no one really liked me or loved me, and I just need to get this off my chest. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where, DMX, and he was just like, I like being myself. So when I see a guy like DMX being himself, it brings a joy out of me. It's like, yeah, man. So when people like, what I'm saying? I just like it when people are authentic themselves and they can express themselves. And he was one of those people that did it. And as far as the songs, man, my favorite DMX song Get At Me Dog, Rough Riders Anthem, What's My Name? But that song is angry. This is an angry dude.
Rough Rider Anthem and What's My Name is my classic too for
oh my God.
Constantly in like rotation for me.
Yeah.
Especially like when I'm like in the gym, you know.
Hey, Chris, you know the thing about DMX, like it's the way he talked before he start rapping.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all saying this? What? And then you just feel so like hypnotized. It's like, yeah, so X, man, I'm always gonna play X before I work out because he gives me a boost and love him, man. I love it.
Toughest dude to ever talk about his feelings while saying how he'll stomp you out ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he's one of the ones that could talk about robbing you and then pray right after. So real. But yeah. We love you, DMX. Rest in peace. If my dad does see you up there, give him a pound. So I mean, that's it for the show today. We're gonna be on YouTube 3:15 on Monday. Please like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel. You know, we need the love, we need the support.
Leave comments.
Leave comments. Leave comments on the IG post too. Just show us some love.
Please.
We love y'all.
Notice I'm saying please.
Yeah.
I'm not Keith Sweat, so I'm not gonna beg you, but please.
Yeah. If y'all don't want to see our pretty faces on YouTube, you can just listen to us on any podcast platform. We're on Pandora now.
Yeah.
So that's a plus. Our social media page is Out of the Berg on IG, Out of the Berg Pod on Twitter. My personal is at Kofi Peter _ Gerard.
I am at Geronimo B28 on Instagram. That's the only place you'll find me, so don't look anywhere else.
You can find me on Twitter at Chris or Big Chris _57, and you can find me on IG at Chris Kelly 57.
Yeah, like I always say, stay black, stay woke, and everybody love each other, man. Don't matter what shade you are, whether you're dark as me, crispy, or you're as khaki colored as your uncle's pants at a cookout. Love.
Bye.